Hello everyone and welcome back to the Keep Productive YouTube channel. Today's video is all about the brand new Zoom updates that have become available through their recent conference, Zoomtopia. Now in today's video, we're going to overview what are Zapps. We're also going to talk about the new OnZoom platform, which they are launching as well, and also a few of the specific integrations that are working with Zapps. So folks, good to be back with you. If you're not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. It feels like when I went away just for 2 days, they literally released everything and anything in the sphere. And of course, Zoom has new features. So this new tool is basically a third-party extension, allowing you to add apps inside of your Zoom account. It's as simple as that. In the past, they have had abilities where you can connect up apps outside, but they've been sort of marginal and not necessarily focused on the whole working environment. Inside of these new Zoom Zapps, I can't get over the name. You can basically go ahead and open the apps within your Zoom feed. So for example, when you're talking to a group of people, you'll pop the apps area or Zapps area open and you'll be able to get started. For example, with the Pitch one, which is a presentation platform which is coming soon, they basically allowed you to see all of your recent documents that you've gotten started. But the interesting tool is you can open this up in a separate window and start working on them. Now, how does this make this different to opening up another window inside of Chrome or something like that? Well, I guess you're sort of focusing on that one application and you're automatically sharing with your colleagues as well. So in terms of collaboration efforts, it does make it a little bit easier to see that one document all of your team are working on. Now, just looking at the list of apps, they actually do have a pretty extensive list for launch, and they pretty much got video guides on how they all work. I've seen some famous faces like Asana, Coda, Trello, and also the likes of Dropbox, Miro, and Slack. Superhuman even got one. There's a few on this list. We'll make sure to include them. But you can pretty much get anything from emailing to lead generation to regular team communication where you've shared your files. So from what I've read, it doesn't seem like there's any constraints about using these. You don't have to have a specific account. But for example, if you did have access to, say, Slack, then obviously you would have to have a Zoom account and a Slack account connected up naturally. So let's take an example Zap. This is the one that they've connected with Asana, and you can see from the video that they actually demonstrate like how you can connect the account up with Zoom already, and essentially you can plan in a meeting, and then when you get into the meeting, you can have a connected task and start adding subtasks to that task. So a very interesting take on how you can embed these applications. So this is another one of Confluence being able to use it in real time to start writing out a piece of work. And that's something that is becoming incredibly popular, working on live Zoom calls whilst doing live collaborative documents. Now I find this really interesting. It feels like they're trying to keep you more inside of the Zoom application instead of having to exit and come out and back into the application when you've got a certain meeting. They're trying to sort of blend the whole work environment, which is sort of replicatory of the office, but also not as well at the same time because you don't want to be in meetings all day. So they've also launched this new experience called OnZoom, and apparently it's a marketplace for immersive experiences. It looks pretty interesting. Basically, you as a creator could set up these regular sessions, like there's people doing yoga sessions, cookery instructions, clay classes from the video, and basically you would host that session. People can come in and join for obviously a set fee or just for free, depending on how much you charge. But as a onlooker, someone looking on, you could join these classes and sort of get working. I really like the idea. It feels like sort of like, I guess, like Teachable or like Thinkific, but not course specific, but like live specific. So I guess that could be very helpful for people looking for live interaction and support. So it's really interesting because they also released this video on their YouTube channel about re-entering the office, and I thought it was quite cool the way that they had this set up. So obviously people will start returning to the office as things get easier, and naturally they want to still be able to be relevant in the office. So they have like this video of a receptionist working from home, but being like remote, and then somebody being able to check their temperature and sort of automating the whole process, and then being able to have these dashboards on the wall with, like, for example, meeting rooms and how they're full. So Zoom is trying to be this sort of all-encompassing platform now, and it's quite interesting to see. I think in the next few years we should see some interesting sort of spikes from Zoom as they take on applications, a lot like what Google are doing with Workspace, and a lot like what Slack are doing as well, trying to dominate the market in terms of being an immersive experience. And I think Zoom are really well placed for that at the moment. So folks, hopefully you found this roundup useful. I'll include a few links below to all the other Zooms and Zaps and things beginning with Z. Thank you very much, folks, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Please do make sure you're subscribed, and I just want to say a big thank you to August Bradley, who recently helped me with this setup. It's definitely looking a lot better, and hopefully you're enjoying it at home. A big thank you to August, and hopefully we'll make some really strong videos using this setup. Anyway, folks, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Cheerio.